Good morning, everyone. It is 9 a.m. right now, and I'm gonna go start my morning workout. I started getting up at 10 a.m. when we started quarantine. So this is good for me. It's quarantine. I can get up whenever I want. There's no school. So I'm getting up. I'm really tired, but I'm gonna go get started for my morning workout.
I got what it takes. I sure got the means. I got what you want. The honey I see. All eyes on me.
Okay, so I just did a high fitness class, and it's free Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays on Zoom because we're in quarantine. So we were doing high fitness distancing, and it was pretty fun. Sometimes I'll do a run or a different workout, but I like to work out in the mornings because it gives me more energy. So now that it is quarantine time, I have a lot more time to focus on my goals. I have made a goal of running a half marathon by the end of the summer before my freshman year of high school. So what I'm going to do is I am running at least once daily, and my brothers actually have a couple fitness goals too. My brothers like to do box jumps and other workouts like that because they have some goals like that too, but I am working hard on my goals. I'm really lucky that I live in Southern California because I have the opportunity to run through a ton of orange groves, and it's really pretty and the orange blossoms smell so good. Okay, so I love receiving letters in the mail. It's just really fun to get them, and other people like receiving them too. Maybe you haven't ever written a letter before, but right now is a good time to do it. I love receiving letters, and sometimes you just have to be the one to start it. My favorite part isn't the writing the letter part. I really like doodling all over the envelope. That's probably my favorite part. It's artsy, and it can make someone's day if they get a letter in the mail. You know, we're all in quarantine and we're bored to death. It is the best thing to get a letter right now. And since we're bored to death, this is a super productive thing to do. You can write a letter to your grandparents, your friends, your cousin, anyone that will write a letter back. So I do quite a bit of baking around my house, especially during quarantine. And today I'm going to be doing a super quick, easy blender muffin recipe. So this is a really easy recipe, which is really good because I have failed miserably on quite a few baking recipes. One time I tried to make eggs Benedict with hollandaise sauce. Do not try that. If you are not like a professional cook, I really don't recommend that you try that because that is a bad idea. I thought I was a pretty good cook until I tried that recipe. This was like 6 months ago. This is something fun for you to do. It consumes some of your time if you're super bored. And bonus, you get a super good treat at the end. So if you guys love cooking videos, I have a couple videos about cooking that I have done, and I will have a link in the description below. One thing that I'm constantly doing throughout the day is reading. Reading. Another thing that I have to do is chores. Daily, I am required and forced to do chores throughout the day. I have to clean the bathroom, which is the worst one. I have to pick up my room, which is only slightly better. And I have to play the piano for 30 minutes. This one doesn't really feel like a chore to me for the first 15 minutes. After that, trust me, it's torture. Okay, so it is 8 o'clock right now, and it is time for dinner. It is a pretty late dinner than we would usually have, but we're on quarantine right now, and we don't have school tomorrow, so we kind of have nothing to do, so we can go to bed and get up at whatever time we want, which is one of the best things about quarantine. I've been waking up at like 10 for such a long time, and it's great. So it's 8 o'clock for dinner right now, which is usually when we'd start going to bed. And usually for me, bedtime is around like midnight, which is great because before bed I get to watch a show. Right now for dinner I'm having chicken parmesan. Oh, these are the pumpkin muffins I made. My dad forced my brothers to try some pureed pumpkin, and now they don't want to eat my muffins because they're scarred by that experience.
I still want to eat them. Hey, I've been eating them. Look it. Look it.
Look it. We're trying to keep our meals pretty simple right now because we're on quarantine and we're doing rationing. So we've got pretty simple meals, just some pasta with chicken, but it's still pretty good. All right, it's the end of the day and I'm getting ready for bed, so I'm gonna wash my face. The earlier that I get ready and done, the more shows that I get to watch. And make sure to watch to the end because I'm gonna tell you the shows that I am watching before I go to bed. Hashtag big hair problems. It won't even stay in a bun. So then I use a toner, which is a rose water toner. Because my skin gets kind of dry after I wash my face, even though I have an oily skin type. And then a benzoyl peroxide gel. All right, my makeup is all the way off and it is time for me to hop in bed. Okay, I've washed my face and it is time for me to go to bed. Right before bed, I'll usually write in my quarantine diary, which I do daily. I will read my scriptures, and of course, before bed, I will either listen to an audiobook or read a book. But one of my favorite things to do to calm down is I will usually watch a show or two. One of my favorite movies, Monster-in-Law. I love this movie. I also like to watch The Office before bed. I already know what's gonna happen in most of the episodes, so it's really calming, I think. Okay, so that is my quarantine routine, you guys. That is what I'm doing pretty much every day. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like this video. Make sure to comment below what your guys' quarantine daily routine is, and if there's any fun things that you're doing to try and change things up a little bit. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. That is super important because I have a ton of videos coming out. It is pretty obvious in this video that I am not doing very much these days because I am in quarantine and I am using all of my time for you guys making videos. So make sure to subscribe and click the notification bell because I have a lot of great videos coming. Thank you guys so much for watching and see you next time on Studio B. Okay, good night, you guys.